the other side is innovation. So I'm going to be speaking here, and I'm so happy to see many faces who I've grown up. They've inspired me, and here is one uncle, and so on. So nice to be here. And the topic that I'm going to be speaking about is innovation and technology, right? They are that inseparable power. So what I plan to do is make it a little interactive. It's going to be a learning process. So I'll get you involved. Are you ready? How many of you would want it to be interactive and you want to be part of this whole journey of this revolution of innovation and technology? Shout out. Yeah, come on, morning. Shout out. Yes. I know a lot of students here, right? We've all been taught that when you go to school, when you go to college, you're asked to keep quiet. But in the innovation and entrepreneurship journeys, you'll have to make some noise. And that's the other side. It's a very different thinking, right? So I'll ask you to make some noise. Let's see how good you are, okay? So 3, 2, and 1. Make some noise. Wow, that was good. So can we make it creative? Let's see how creative you can, okay? So it's all Chandrayaan, and now the Aditya thing is also going to be launching. Maybe it's today, right? I don't know. Is it all happening today? Okay, so 3, 2, and 1. Wow, that's good. The people who have gone to the other chambers for the different talks, they have to listen to what's happening here, okay? So 3, and they should know what they're missing. 3, 2, and 1. Yes. That's good. A round of applause to your own self. You'll have to be in that mindset. If you want to be innovative, there's not an option. Innovation is not an option. Those companies, those individuals who have been bringing innovation to the forefront, change is the only constant. We heard this, right? This morning. And Mahatma Gandhi said, if you want to see that change, be that change. Easy to say. But it takes competency, skills, and commitment for you to really bring that change. If you want to do that, then you need to develop that competency. So here are some tips and the trends that I'm going to be sharing with you guys. And what's happening. Hey, you guys did a good job. I see many of them coming back from the different chambers here. So a round of applause for yourself. It's working. So what I do is, what's happening? This is taken control? Okay. So I'm going to be referring to my book by name Inseparable Twins. And this is a book to inspire innovation, intrapreneurship, and entrepreneurship. This has also been translated into Kannada as Avli Javli Sutragalu. Idea is to inspire the young minds, irrespective. It so happened when I was writing this book, my mentor asked me, what is this book for? Who is this for? I said, this is for everybody. Then he said, if it is everybody, then it is nobody. So you had to segment. You need to know your customer. You need to know who your audience are. So then I said, okay, if I have to segment, then I'll choose youth. See, he asked, why youth? I said, I think India is the youngest country. If only we can channelize their energies, then the whole world will benefit. Else, the whole world will have to pay for it, right? So he said, okay, good. Now that I knew who this book is meant for, I went and gave this copy of this book to few youth because I knew who it is meant for. Asked them, they were interested in reading and learning, and they read and they said, I think the concept is very powerful, but it's heavy. I said, okay. So then I started understanding the youth, the mind, and the mindset. Then I realized, current generation, we can't instruct you, right? But we need to channelize your energy. If we instruct, you're not interested. So that is how I had to bring in story concept, a fictional style for a non-fiction topic. And two characters by name Appy and Proppy came into existence. Appy is one of those big elephant, right? So he's a tusker. He is very powerful, is a natural leader, is somebody who rocks when there is a challenge. And he's there ahead of any of those challenges which is there, and their herd loves him, right? And he's very creative, known for, coming with some cool ideas. And he's somebody who loves bindas attitude, right? So they say, happy-go-lucky guy. He's good at doing one thing at a time. And says he's synonym to happiness. And he is a twin. And her name is Proppy. And she says she is synonym to prosperity. And she has got beautiful eyes. And she loves her earrings. She is a taskmaster. She gets things done. She can switch hats like no man's business. That is who she is. And they're very opposite in nature in terms of their thinking, their attitude, their approach, the way they recognize problems and want to solve, very opposite in nature. And they keep fighting. They keep nudging each other. They are somebody like, having a lot of arguments and fight because they're very different. Well, that is true. If somebody asks them, why are they fighting? They say, who said we are fighting? We're actually having constructive conversation. That is what they say. This is Appy and Proppy for you. They meet a human friend, and he becomes a mentor because these two are brimming with ideas. They want to be innovators. They want to use technology. And they know that, these two are very powerful. So they are inseparable, right? So that is who Appy and Proppy and Lucky are. And well, I said I'm going to be making this interactive. And you're going to earn some goodies, okay? So have you seen a Santa Claus in the month of September? So you're going to be seeing one now. So that's me. Okay, I have a chocolate here, which is both Appy and Proppy are seated in this. And it's called Choclicious. This is itself is a product from a concept has become a product. And people, when I conduct workshops in large corporates and in the training sessions, they have to earn this. Okay, so it's not sold. So you have to earn. And here is an opportunity for you to earn. And how? You can think like Appy and Proppy. How many of you relate to Appy? Anybody relates to Appy the way he thinks and the way he does? Anybody? It could be either boys or the girls, doesn't matter. How many of you relate to Appy? Anybody? Some hands? Yes? I see young minds, right? When I wrote this book, right, went to Mr. T.K.K. Bhagwat. He used to be the former chairman for Vaishya Bank, and I wanted him to write a blurb for this. And he represented IMF from India. So I wanted him to write the blurb for this book. So he went through this script. He said he'll read and call me. So one day he called me. He said, why are you saying this book is for the youth? I said, that's my target segment. And my interest is to inspire the youth. He said, you know what, in the corporate world also we get to see only one side of the coin. The other side of the coin we don't get to see. So I see this is so powerful, and this book is meant for corporate executives too. So if you are not considering them, then I'm not writing the blurb. So he sent me back. I came back without the blurb. And that point in time, I was telling my chairman, V.V. Ranganathan, who was the senior partner with Ernst & Young, and he was the person instrumental for Entrepreneur of the Year award program. And when I told him this, he said, it's a good problem to have. Let's think about it. And then when he came back, and next day he gave me an idea. He said, Naveen, why don't you say this book is for young minds? So irrespective of the age, if the mind is young, then this is for them, to be inspired for innovation and entrepreneurship, intrapreneurship. How do you bring technology to the forefront? and all of these, right? So that point in time, I said, okay, looks like a good idea. So I went to Mr. T.K.K. Bhagwat and said, sir, this book is for young minds. He felt so happy. He felt that he is a young person, even though he was retired and all that, but he felt he was young. And he said, I'm going to write this blurb for this book because I love this. He fell in love with Appy and Proppy, and they bring happiness and prosperity. How many of you want happiness and prosperity in your life? Wow, that's a lot of hands. Yeah, if you didn't put your hand up, then you're lying, right? Or you're too lazy, whichever you like, right? So here is an opportunity, and when Young Mind, I used to conduct this program on creativity and innovation as inseparable twins. I was doing a T-Hub in Hyderabad, which is in India's largest incubation center, and now the new one is become Asia's largest incubation center. So, in fact, today when they were referring, our previous speakers were referring, and I remembered this, and as a young mind, I wanted to share this with you. I get a message from Sameer Chabra on the 2nd September 2019. And he says, it was out of the blue, right? He says, hi Naveen, see what I found at Dr. Abdul Kalam Museum in Delhi. He says, your book, Inseparable Twins, is part of his personal collection. And I didn't know this. And to me, Dr. Abdul Kalam, he is an inspiration and also somebody who came to the forefront through his technology and innovation as inseparable twins. And he's demonstrated that. And what was he known for? What is he known as? Who said missile man? I heard somebody saying here first. Come over. The person somewhere here, yes. Who said it first? The lady recognized him, yes. Can we have the lady to give it to him? Yes. So round of applause. What's your name? Yes. What's your name? Vidya. Look at this. Vidya. Vidya is like, that knowledge, right? She's carrying that sweet of Chocolatius, wishing him happiness and prosperity. What's your name? Yogesh. Very good, Yogesh. Missile man. The kind of technology. And the very first values, the paired principles in this book is values and innovation as inseparable twins. Well, the missile man, he was also known for bringing that good human values to the forefront for innovation. And this is something I think as Bharat, we can give it to the whole world. The West understands innovation and the approach for them is about more of capitalistic, right? And the values of the East is proven for generations and time. And here is the opportunity for us to bring that values and innovation come together. Innovation which is meaningful. Innovation that is useful. Innovation that is impactful. If we can do that consciously and which we have it in our culture, India is going to be, it is the superpower. It's just that it's hidden in your minds. And you'll have to bring it to the forefront, and I'm sure we will rock. We have started. And the Chandrayaan, the 3, right? The chairman was talking about, the ancient wisdom of India. The ancient wisdom is from that Bharat, right? And today is the opportunity. I was speaking, and I was a strategist for Tech Bharat event, where it's again the solid combination of the technology and the Bharat, which is the ancient wisdom. And I keep saying the best of innovations is going to be discovery. It's already been done. So beautifully done. It's just that we don't know how to read that now. And we have to decode it. You'll have to bring it to the forefront and connect it to the new generation and present it in the way that actually it is meaningful and useful. In fact, they were also mentioning about Chandrayaan 2. It's important for us to know that it was not a failure. Crashing on the moon was not planned also. there was no objective of actually landing onto the moon, but we were ahead of schedule, ahead of resources, there were things. So we just attempted, tried, why not? So if it crashed, so be it, we should have celebrated it. Saying, we crashed on the moon, rather than, this is where I think the new generation, the younger generation, need to learn how we are presenting. As much as technology that we are creating, how are we packaging? How are we presenting? How are we telling the stories? How are we having that pride, right? So, of the work that we are doing and what we want to achieve. So all of this is going to matter. And here, oh, by the way, there's one more chocolate waiting, okay? So it depends on, what you want to say and how you want to participate. This is ready. I just want to move towards the trends, right? But there is a little argument happening between Appy and Proppy. Appy says the growth, prosperity, or the impact that we want to create is all going to happen if we know how to focus on innovation. If innovation is the focus, then things are going to happen. Innovation, what's innovation? It's about that change, right? So bringing that change. It could be small or big. It's about, let me tell you this. Once during this lockdown time, Laghu Udyog Bharati called me and said, all the industries, MSMEs, they're all stressed. It's all locked. And we are shut shops. So we need to do something. How do we engage people? I said, this is probably the best time for people to engage themselves, learning, and spending time meaningfully, and so on. So they said, okay, in that case, can you help? I said, okay. Why not we create some webinars and sessions? So they requested, so I did. During my session, I was talking about, how they could be a little extra. That's based on my other book by name, A Little Extra. So how we can be a little extra. And then, when I was talking about need for innovation, somebody stopped and said, sir, ಒಟ್ಟಿಗಿಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಜುಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಮಲ್ಗೆವು ಅಂತಿರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಇವಾಗೆಲ್ಲ industry is all locked and we don't know what our employees are going through. Some people are homeless now and they don't know where to go to, and machines have not been shut also properly. So but you're talking about innovation. I said, yeah, I can relate to, I can empathize, okay? And but then this is the time you need to innovate, otherwise we'll be lost. And we'll only be complaining, right? They said, okay, can you make it easy for us? I said, yes. It's as simple as making something better, doing something different, or creating something new. That is all innovation is. And they said, okay, what does that mean? How does that relate to us? We are MSME, and we are industrialists. And, so I said, okay, how many of you are into medical devices and those who are into mask creation or manufacturing of medical masks and so on? There were several companies which raised their hands and they said they are into that. I said, now is the time. I'm talking about very first week of the COVID lockdown time, the first lockdown. And that is the time when I mentioned, if you can study the properties of what COVID is, and if you can create a mask which could help protect from that, you are in business. And that time, even the essentials, that was also not defined because the whole world was in a confusion state. And then they said, okay, why not? We try. So because of that initiative, several industries opened up, right? So then they asked me, what can we do as different? I said, okay. Interesting, because I was put on spot now. I just said what innovation is, but I was put on spot because of the questions. I love questions. Because in innovation, it's not that you have answer for everything, but question gets you to start thinking. So that's the difference between the regular and those who are innovators. Innovators love questions because we'll figure out what the answer could be. And they said, what can be different? I said, okay. I again asked, how many of you are running companies who are into garments? There were so many hands. This is all over India. Hundreds of MSME members were participating in this particular event. So there was this, many hands went up saying, we are into garments and so on. I said, okay, good. Now you're all shut. They said, yes, all our shops are shut. And I said, why not? And again, one more question I asked is, how many of you are in the manufacturing of inner garments? Right? And then many hands went up for that, but filtered down. And then I said, okay, let's think about it. So literally what I was doing was ideating there. I asked another question. As part of inner garments, how many of you manufacture the bra for women? And there were several companies. I said, okay, if you look at the raw material and the design the way it is, 2 cones are already existing. And all the required raw materials are there, why not consider to make that as 2 masks? The material is also proven to be skin friendly already. So the acceptance is easy and the process is easy. How many masks you need? You need in large volumes. So here you are equipped, because the logistics and all was a big challenge that time, right? So many companies, I received so many mails and messages through Laghu Udyog Bharati, which said many in Tirupur and many places, they reopened their factories. Not only serving for the local market, they started exporting, right? And then there was another aspect of creating something new. So then curiosity was building and they were seeing possibilities and practical ways of doing and opening their businesses and running their business, growing their business. This is the time to cater and create social impact, right? So then I asked, the sports industry is all shut. And the vehicle industry is shut because no movement of vehicles. How many of you are into manufacturing of helmets? They said many, okay? And in the sports gear, when we used to go for trekking for Himalayas and so on, right? These ponchos we wear, like a raincoat, even the small things don't enter. It's like very protective, amazing. So how about that kind of a thing as a raincoat, the poncho and the helmet being integrated, it becomes a PPE kit. And the frontline warriors needed. And here is what it was. And many, again, industries opened up. So innovation, invention is very different from innovation. Okay, even business model innovation is very powerful. And how many of you have used Ola or Uber? Right? So taxis has been there for a long period. And there has been drivers for a long period. But it's the business model innovation, which is a classic case. Today, one of the largest or the leading or the role model entrepreneurial venture, right? And we need to start exercising that. I think it's all possible if only we come together and start thinking, identify the problem out there or the need which is there in the market, and then bring it to the forefront. I think we can rock. There is a need, right? And today, the other side, this is like a cart with one wheel. The other side of the cart is the technology. And we have Proppy standing and fighting for technology focus. Take any sector today. Agriculture, you say agri-tech startups. You talk about finance, you say fintech. We don't even talk about finance now. We say fintech because there's more value. And then you talk about education, edtech, medtech. You talk about any field, any industry. The tech has become a part of it. So technology is leading. It's actually driving force. So they both are equally important. They are having a fight. But how many of you are with Appy's side? Say Appy. Shout out. Appy? Okay. How many of you are for Appy? Fine. So let me hear some noise for Proppy's side. Proppy? Technology. Proppy. Okay. So let's do it rhythmic, okay? Some noise. I know you're all absorbing and, gone deep into. Happy? Happy. Happy. Come on. Like Sachin Tendulkar enters the scene in the stadium, right? What happens? It should be like that, okay? Happy entering. Can I have one boy and a girl onto the stage as a volunteer? Come, run. One as an happy and the other as a proppy. Come. Or I am going to pick. So you are the leader. You are representing happy or proppy? Happy. Okay, come. I need one person for proppy. She is already chosen happy's side. So very good. Can we have a mic, please? Yeah. So are you going to be on proppy's side? No?
I don't mind.
Okay, you don't mind. Good.
Check.
So they don't mind because they have 2 chocolates here, right? So here, what's your name? Kashyap. Okay. Kashyap is playing for Proppy's side, and you are? Madiha. Madiha is for Appy's side. So very nice. So here it is. Those who want to play for Appy, who think innovation is the focus because we believe that's going to change the game, right? And those who think it is technology which is changing the game, so this is with you, okay? Not for you. And you're going to be getting people enrolled and go around one after another. That they will get points. Whoever says whichever is the best, they are going to get this. Yes. Okay. Here is opportunity for you to share, and they are with the mic, Appy's side and Proppy's side. Okay, but here she is Appy, representing Appy, and he is playing for Proppy. Yes. So you have to enroll them. Go ask, why technology? And you go ask, why? Oh, you are technology, right? Yeah, you innovation focus.
I am innovation.
You are in innovation. No. She's already taken that. Appy's side. She matching. She says, with Appy, her dress is matching. She likes boys, okay? Yes. So you like girls. So you are on Proppy's side. Yay! Okay, go. Or you have a point to say? Why technology? Come this side. You come this side, please. So there's no confusion. Yeah.
Guys, technology is just an idea, guys. Innovation is just an idea which arises in someone's mind. And to commercialize any idea, you need technology. Without technology, it's clearly impossible. And if you guys vote for me, I'll give you a share of this.
Okay, so what's your take? This is a tug of war, okay? So there is but a trunk war happening. And what's your say?
Technology, according to me, is no. Innovation, whatever minds start giving us, so that we will innovate, no?
Wow. So it's about the mind game. She says innovation. And he says, what big deal? Ideas dime a dozen, right? So it's about technology. How are you using? No scale without technology, right? Yeah? Okay, so I'm playing on your side. Will you share with me? No?
Yes,
okay.
Of course, sir.
Okay. So will you share with me? So looks like I get my chocolate back. So go ahead. Anybody wants to support her? Yes. There is somebody who wants to share. Go, run. Jump. Hey, ask. There's a trunk war. Go, man.
After her.
No, you find, by the time she goes, you find who is going to be supporting you, technology. And why technology? What technology? And how technology can improve?
I would say innovation leads to technology. So without innovation, there's no technology.
Wonderful. Good. Boss, they're going strong. Go ahead.
Guys, anyone on the technology side, please.
Okay. See, here.
Yes.
The young mind. Run, jump. Okay.
Sir, your name?
You find your next person.
Jumping. Okay, Sesha Prakash here. Technology, ideas, like you said, it's dime a dozen. and most of the ideas many a time cannot take off for the simple reason it cannot be sort of codified, it cannot be sort of implementable, and it sometimes is not even practical. So unless that idea can be turned into technology, and technology will scale up, and it will provide over a period of time a better life, a better thought process,
Okay.
and improve the society as a whole, and that's my take.
Wonderful. So looks like you guys will have a tough time to who do you want to give it to? Who do you have next?
Sir, innovation is a continuous process.
Okay.
It always going to change.
Okay.
But technology can be absolute. If you take keypad mobile, now it is nowhere exist. It's
Okay.
always going to change time by time. So innovation always is the focus point of technology. Without innovation, technology cannot
Good point.
take point.
Good, good. Appy is doing well. Proppy, where are you? Huh? Proppy is hiding behind me, right? So go. Who wants to talk about technology? Which
Anyone
technology?
else
How
for
many of you are
technology,
working
guys?
on some technology you think is a cool technology? AI, ML, then blockchain, and then drone.
Sir.
Yeah? Yeah.
Technology is more than finance.
Oh, technology
More
is
of
more
finance.
than? Okay. So who said that?
Technology is more about finance, whereas the innovation, whatever we have with, we can go ahead and do something new,
Okay.
which is useful for the society.
Wow, okay. But why not technology also do that, right? Today,
But we need to invest.
you gave the example of the finance, right? Technology is finance. Today, look at what the UPI, that whole stack of financial stack on technology stack, which has come up. It's become a reference and a role model for the whole world is turned towards India to see how we have done that technology stack, which is for the payment gateways and the way, the method that payments are happening. And during COVID time, Paytm rose to that new level just because, and I see nice technology, right? When I go eat pani puri and then you make a payment there, it says 50 rupees paid, and he need not have to worry about checking his mobile and whether the money has come or not. He is listening. While one hands are busy making the pani puri and the churmuri, the other side he is able to money came, done, right? So small things, innovation, right? So, but on technology, but technology, go man. Who wants to? He's so comfortable here. Take the chocolate away from him, okay? So yeah, technology. Say your name also. When
Sir,
you
I am Rohit.
Yes.
Sir, technology is improvised way of innovation.
Okay. Technology improvise your innovation. Okay, good. So the Appy and the Proppy, who do you want to give the chocolate away to based on their performance and support? So who do you want to give this to?
Myself, of course.
This is the new generation, right? I have it first. Okay? A round of applause for him for playing that role. Oh, you have something more to share?
Yes, sir. So I am supporting Appy and I'm for innovation here. First
What's
things
your name?
first, my name is Rajiv.
Rajiv.
Yeah,
Okay.
first things first, like he said, innovation went first. So I think without innovation, technology will come to a standstill. So that is what I wanted to say.
Okay. So, very good. So you have a challenge now. Who do you want to give the chocolate to?
Me
She's
only.
nodding her head, meaning, what is that? What does that mean? Hello? So this reminds me, when I started my career after my engineering, I went to Malaysia. We started working and training on Oracle tools. And this was at Oracle Malaysia. We were undergoing a training program. And so many people from different race and countries were there. And 3 of us were from India. So we were seated together. And when the session was happening, the professor, whoever was teaching, asked a question. And when he asked this question, did we understand, did you understand, and so on, so we nodded. And then he repeated. Then again asked, did you understand? And everybody nodded. Then again he started repeating and asked, did you all understand? Everybody again nodded. Then we were wondering, these maybe a lot of we are all intelligent people in India, we understood and others did not understand only. And finally the professor came to three of us and said, did you understand? I said, yeah, we understood, no problem. Then he said, oh, then he understood that our understanding had this whole variation, South Indian variation, okay, this way. It is yes or no, no idea. Okay. Then he taught us something. He said, if it is a yes, please nod this way. If it is a no, please nod this way. Right? So digital, technology, right? 0 or 1. So it's important, even the cultural, and she nodded in such a way that it is up to anybody to decide whether she wants to keep the chocolate or she wants to give it away. Right? So even the nod matters, right? So, Adgodemel Deepa Ittange, they say, right, in Kannada. And my project manager in technology, he used to say beautifully, he said, Adgodemel Deepa Ittange, idhar bhi belak, udhar bhi belak, I believe, right? So light this side also, light that side also. So, very nice. And, well, I think that is for you. You have one to give it away to, he was in your team, right? Yes, technology, the young mind, go give it to him. Okay? And come. For you, the first person, or who you think, now that she's got her share, no? You don't mind giving this away? No. Huh? Oh, she says, no, I won't give this also. No, you will. Okay, choose one person and give this away. Yeah, and you have to say why you gave it. Yes. And you are spreading happiness. Yes. Thank you. A round of applause for Appy and the Proppy here.
Thank you.
So why are you giving it to him?
The thought of what he said, it was amazing.
Okay. The thought. What was the thought? Just for everybody to understand. He can only say that. Don't worry. I won't put you on spot. Actually, innovation, you have to be innovative, right? So I was put on spot. Earlier speakers, very inspiring. They went on and so on. So there was a request which came to me. 1 hour session is going to be, end time is fixed. Start time is variable, right? So we don't know when it's going to start, but you have to end on time. I said, okay, done. So the game is on. And yeah, what was the thought?
I told her that innovation is continuous process.
Yes.
It always going to add value to that.
Okay.
But technology can anytime absolute. Just like pager came, it never came back.
Yes, it's there in the museums now. Yeah.
Yes.
So, wonderful. Thank you so much. Again, a round of applause to the Appy and the Proppy. Where are you? Good job. So, I'm sure you have inspired many. And for taking that little extra effort, anyway, it was reserved for them. Okay? So, it's just that they held it for themselves. So, that's the approach, and they are benefited. So, those who take that little extra effort and wanting to, they will get rewarded, right? So, don't expect and do things only for the reward. Do it because you want to do it and make a difference, then reward is going to be following you, right? So, just wanted to, well, you all took sides, and these two supported the Appy and the Proppy. Well, there are two sides to it, but they seem to be very inseparable today. They are two sides of the whole coin. They're whole and complete by themselves, but when they come together, they unleash new power. So that's what technology and innovation are doing today. And be it going to the moon, or to the sun, or to the Mars, and the learnings are just going to be phenomenal. And some of the best products which has come out in the market, when NASA now, I think ISRO is also going to do that, and it started. Some of the best technologies that they have created as part of their R&D, as part of going to the moon or the Mars, these can be commercialized in different forms and ways. I'll give you one example. NASA when you go onto the, the satellite and move up, you need material which is very lightweight, right? You don't want to have heavy material, but it has to be strong, stronger than what you can even imagine. So they've come out with such products. Now, those technology transfers are happening. The patents, they are making it available for people to innovate based on that. And accordingly, construction materials are coming in. Lighter weight and cheaper and much stronger, more durable. So look at that. That's just an example. Like that, there are many which is happening. So innovation and technology here is inseparable, and when they are like two sides of the same coin. So Appy has an ask, and Proppy also has an ask. Appy says, which are the current trending industry segments? Appy wants to learn that. And Proppy says, why should we keep an eye on the emerging trends? So how many of you are with Appy and Proppy? Say I. You want to? You want to know? Yes? Okay. So there are twin trends, okay? One trend is happening based on the UN sustainability goals, okay? So you have to keep a watch. And if you even see the climate change as the number 13, it's come to the forefront so much. Even the headline yesterday that said, India never had this kind of a warmth of a month of August from 1901, and now this is the year that we had, right? So I think global warming is for real. That's just one piece. So they've thought about and gotten, and now as part of the G20, recently one of our Atal Incubation Center, where we are the knowledge partner, Institute of Inspiring Innovation, and I coach and mentor. So he was part of the G20 Startup Summit, okay? And 20 countries together has committed to support startups, and in the form of funding and all of that by 2030 in the Sustainability Development Goals. Take a guess, what is the number? That investment that they're committing to make happen? Take a guess. And the right one will get chocolicious. We like rewards, right? Yes. Somebody is having a number, but don't want to say. It's $1 trillion. $1 trillion is being committed. And by 2030, they want to spend to ensure if these initiatives are aligned to sustainability development goals. Big opportunity, at the same time very required, right? Be it in the education field or the no poverty or zero hunger. And, some of you are doing, like I know, he's in the governing council of GMR. Yes, sir? Yeah, and they are having an idea factory. Yes, and the GMR airports, and the kind of initiatives that they have, and also he as a person, he's been working tirelessly to do this, Shramadan, Annadan, and all that, to eliminate this hunger in their own way and a small way. But there is opportunity for scale, innovation to happen, right? And technology to come in, and you can make a huge difference. Well, have many stories to share, but the countdown has begun. So as a rapid fire, let me talk about the trends which are changing the game, and with technology coming to the forefront, and the industry segments. Here you go. Environment-friendly technologies. Big time. The more the climate change and other things that we are talking about, the technology coming in which are environment-friendly, big time in demand, okay? And I have so many stories to speak about what's happening and the trends, because I've been deeply involved in bringing about this change. I want to enable 1 million people around the world in the next 5 years. I would have touched around 100,000 people, and my books has touched 1 million people around the world. So a long way to go. It's just the beginning, right? So the super apps. Today, if you see, the super apps is kind of consolidating, and even the big companies like Tata's, they've all consolidating, the Reliance, and so on. So super apps is going to be super big. Digital health. Health is wealth. COVID has taught us. And today, technology is coming in, and such wonderful examples on what it is doing. One of them, I saw that, how prevention is better than cure. So if there is a digital health, even to track and prevent, nothing like it, right? So other one, cloud computing and infrastructure, big. Amazon Web Service, well, they started as e-commerce, and today Amazon Web Service is the largest infrastructure provider in the cloud. Everything is moving to the cloud, right? So every day-to-day activity, every transaction of ours is also happening through the cloud. So then agri-tech is one other big space. Metaverse, where the whole experience of creating whatever that user experience is going to happen is going to be dramatically changing. Cybersecurity solutions, another big space. The more and more transactions, and one of the comparison from 2003 to 2023, 79% of our transactions are already moved to digital. So just imagine the amount of information, everything is happening through digital. Cybersecurity solutions is going to take the front seat, right? Because we need to have a safe place. So quick serve restaurants. I saw one of them, as a communication. They want, along with the wedding, as a gift, as a robot which makes cooking, right? They want a robot cook. So it's all changing, right? So electric vehicle, another big thing. And we've had stories. One of them is Pneumocity in our own business labs, that today it's ABB acquired and impacting many countries, made in India, but many countries are using this. 3D printing, another big space, including companies like GE. The healthcare is going to be disrupted. The kneecap or joints or anything that you need a replacement is going to be just in time made for that person, for that body, for that particular organ. So that's the way it is going, right? So if you want to ride, there are advantages and there are incubation opportunities. You can, and if you ride the wave, you have the benefit, right? Rather than swimming against, ride the wave. To grow your business or make smart financial decisions and add innovation into your initiatives, right? With that, let me thank you all and wish you the very best in the journey of innovation, and technology is your companion. These two are inseparable twins. Let that power be with you, and they bring you happiness and prosperity to you, to your state, to your country, to this whole world. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is what we are talking, and that is going to happen through innovation and technology. Best wishes. Love you all. Thank you. If you want to clap, clap louder. Yes. The other halls should listen.